Alright, guys, how's it going? So, I think Madam Web might just honestly be the movie of the decade, at least for me. And I know I might be literally the only person who is thinking this, but hear me out, man. So, I know we all got that one movie in our, I guess we'll call it library, that we don't watch because it's not necessarily bad or necessarily good, but for other reasons, right? It could be something like it's so bad it's a good movie, or it could be for the same reason that we all used to watch Transformers back in the day. Yeah. Nah, Transformers was actually a fun movie to me. I like the action in it, but if you want a good Michael Bay movie, just go watch Bad Boys. That's honestly his peak. But back to Madam Web, I'm mainly watching this movie for the cast. The most recent movie that is sort of like the same situation that I can think of off the top of my head is a movie called Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves. Honestly, what was keeping that movie from being a 10 out of 10 was the fact that we didn't get to see some Reeves meat. I mean, what? What the hell? I didn't write that. Jesus Christ, dude. I think that hacker's back. Bro has been chill for months now, and he comes back and adds that to my little notepad here. Come on, man. I'm sorry about that, y'all, but back to Knock Knock. In all seriousness, just look at these two beautiful broads sitting next to Keanu, man. That is the reason to watch this movie. Is it good? I wouldn't say so, but they make it good, if you know what I mean. Like, usually when I watch this, I only watch about 2 minutes of the film, if we're being clear. Moving on. So, you might be asking yourself, or asking me, Matt, who is in Madam Web that would make you want to see it, and why do you think it might be movie of the year, if not the decade? Well, let's run down the list, shall we? Because this is like 2017 All-Star Weekend lineup, if I'm being honest. So, first and foremost, we got the star of the film, Dakota Johnson, and I mean, do I need to say more here? You may recognize her from her other popular franchise of 50 Shades. If I'm being honest, I actually haven't seen any of those movies, just certain scenes, and those scenes that I've seen was honestly just some amazing work. I am for sure excited to see her rocking a Spidey suit on the big screen for the first time. And then we got probably the current GOAT for many of you, the Steph Curry of the lineup, if you will, Sydney Sweeney. I mean, man, do I need to elaborate anymore? I think the evidence I've provided rests my case, man. If you don't know who Sydney is, it's kind of the same situation with Dakota, at least for me. Sydney is mainly known for her role in the HBO series Euphoria, and I haven't seen the show itself, but I'm pretty sure that I've seen all of her scenes within the show, and that is what made me a fan of hers. She was also on Hot Ones, and yeah, man, she is a hot one, that's for sure. Moving on, we also have Isabella Merced. I think that's how you say her name, Isabel. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And you know what, man? I think I'll be right on back. I gotta return some videotapes. Whew, sorry guys, I just had to go take a piss there for a second. Please don't assume that I went and did something else. Anyways, this is Isabella Merced, and to be honest, I had no idea who she was before this movie was announced, so when I looked her up, her most popular movie was the live action Dora movie, and before somebody tries sending me to Guantanamo Bay, she is 22, so we're chilling, okay? But yeah, like, if it was just the cast of this three, I would have been more than happy with this movie. But we have been blessed. Like I said, this is like 2017 All-Star Weekend. Before I move on to the other two, I just want to say that I already got my popcorn bucket ordered for this movie, and it's on the way in the mail, and I couldn't be more excited. It is indeed the Dune 2 popcorn bucket, and let's just say I'm sure that this isn't going to be filled with popcorn by the time the movie's over. Moving on. For the fourth person in this cast of this web, per se, we have Celeste O'Connor, or what I like to say, Mommy Celeste. And man, she's known for being in the Ghostbusters reboot, the one that came out a couple years ago with Paul Rudd. And to be honest, I'm not familiar with her game. I never went and saw that movie. So I'm excited to see what she does in this film. Her Spidey suit looks really good, so I'm sure I'll be satisfied. And lastly, we have an actress that I am familiar with, Emma Roberts. Now, she's been a celebrity crush of mine since that first season of American Horror Story that she was in, and I am always excited to see her in new projects, especially here in Madam Web with this elite choice of casting. She's just honestly the cherry on top of this amazing cake that we have. I did not mean that how it sounded, by the way. So yeah, I'm sure that you now know why I'm excited for this movie. And when I tell people that I ordered my Dune 2 popcorn bucket because I'm so excited for this movie, they look at me like I'm tweaking on something elite. Like, if I had some copper, they'd probably expect me to make an arc reactor in a cave with a bunch of scraps with how they look at me, man. Because if I'm being honest, the movie does look pretty terrible. But the good news is, I'm not watching for the plot, man. I'm just there to watch a total of like 5 minutes of the film, fill up my popcorn bucket, and dip. I'm not looking for entertainment, dude. There's other movies for that, but I'm sure this movie can't be as bad as it looks, to be honest. These actresses are actually pretty good, especially the ones that I know of. Singling out Emma, she's actually really good in those early seasons of American Horror Story that she's in. She's also good in other movies that she's been in. Biggest one I can think of is that road trip movie with Andy from The Office. And Madam Web also has Mario Lopez in it, so it can't be no less than a 4 out of 10, to be honest. At least to me. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this one today. I'm traveling out of the state this weekend, so I wanted to get this out before I left. So if you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit subscribe and leave a like. It would really mean a lot to me. Links are all down below in the description. And if you didn't see my last video, I was explaining why the Taylor Swift hate is honestly just unnecessary, and I still think that it kind of is, but man, I'm tired of hearing about the Chiefs at this point. I gotta be honest, bro. So yeah, man, check that out if you're new or if you missed it. And with that, man, I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.